What's going on, guys, and welcome to another video. Today we're going back in time, and I'm happy to say that it feels great to jump back into Battlefield 1. It's been a very long time since I've played, and jumping on for the first time and playing it made me miss a whole lot of things about this game. This will be a bit of a different video. I'm just going to ramble on about what Battlefield 1 did right and talk a bit about 5. First off, guys, if you haven't had the chance to try Battlefield 1, I highly recommend to do so. The atmosphere in this game compared to Battlefield 5 is what you would expect in an all-out war. In Battlefield 5, it doesn't seem like you're in a constant battle. It seems kind of bland compared to this, with all the screaming and explosions going off. It's just, again, what you would expect in an all-out war. Now, I was definitely a bit rusty jumping back in, having to get used to some of the things that Battlefield 5 improved on, but I swear I spent 30 seconds trying to jump out of a window wondering why my character wasn't smashing through it. I definitely forgot you had to shoot the windows out before jumping out. But one thing I didn't miss, the suppression. My god, the suppression. That is something I definitely did not miss in this game. It is so brutal, and by far one of the best improvements Battlefield 5 was just removing it. For those that don't know what I'm talking about, when you get suppressed by an enemy, your vision is blurred a bit and your shots aren't as accurate, which ends up to you dying most of the time. It was quite annoying, and I'm sure some of you guys can agree with me. Now, with the whole regenerative health being gone in Battlefield 5, I can say that it was nice having it back. Definitely something I wasn't used to, but I missed it at the same time. It was great not having to rely on someone to heal you, and most likely losing your gunfights if you didn't have the drop on someone first. It was probably one of the most frustrating things I had with Battlefield 5 with that system, but I can say that I don't miss the grenade spam in this game at all. It's pretty bad in certain maps like Argonne Forest, and it's weird how things turned out in Battlefield 5 when they tuned back the spamming with explosives. When you throw a grenade in that game, it seems like you're throwing a tennis ball most of the time, and most likely not killing anyone, and then you jump on this, and it's my second best in kills overall with grenades. They're so effective in this game. Aside from all that, all the maps in this game were great, and for example, I probably only played St. Quentin Scar 1,000 times in Operations, and it really made this game shine with that game mode. For me, I was tired of playing Conquest. It was the same game mode over and over, and it got old to me over time, but when they brought in Operations, it was great, and it shined well with St. Quentin Scar. It was really the only map in the game to have a little bit of trench warfare, and it was such a great staple for the game mode. It was something that I hoped for Battlefield 5 to shine in when it got announced that it would be returning, but I think some of you can agree, it just wasn't really giving off that same feeling that Battlefield 1 did. The maps in general were not exciting or memorable at all. It was just the small things that made this game great. Like, for example, the physics were on point when you went absolutely flying when you got blown up by a grenade. Then you jump over to 5 and it's just kind of a buggy mess, like the physics don't know what to do when you get blown up. Another thing was the sound design. Now, aside from the explosions and screamings, the gun sounds in this game packed a punch, and it felt really good using weapons in this game. Then you compare it to Battlefield 5, most of you can agree with me, just about all the medic weapons sound like a BB gun. It just wasn't there, and it just didn't feel right. Those small things is what made this game so good. I can go on and on. But I just wanted to share with you guys my thoughts on this and what Battlefield 1 did right. Don't get me wrong, there were issues with this game too, but not to the extent of Battlefield 5, and it's such a shame that it turned out the way it did. But expect to see more Battlefield 1 videos, guys. I had a blast revisiting this. Playing a game that feels complete is just less frustrating. I was thinking of doing class setups in the future, so just keep an eye out for that. But as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Leaving a like really helps me out, and it lets me know that you guys would like to see more Battlefield content in the future. Also, if you're new to the channel, maybe consider subscribing, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.